Welcome back. This is an Aleks homework video on deducing the formulae of inorganic acids from their names. So we've named them based upon its formula. So now we're going backwards. We're now going to derive its formula from its name. So if you remember, there are three rules, essentially two rules with a modification, that if you have hydrogen plus one element, then you're going to name it hydro, so that's called binary compound. This is hydro plus the elements stem plus ic. Okay, if you're going to have an oxyanion, remember that is anything that has oxygen in it, an anion that has oxygen in it. If it has the higher amount of oxygen, which is 8 goes to ic, and so you would have like sulfuric acid going from sulfate. If it's ite, you would have us. So you'd have NO3, nitric acid, NO2, nitrous acid. Okay. Then you have the weird names. So like if a weird name like cyanide ends in IDE, you would name it like a binary. If it ends in 8 or ite, you would name it like 8 or ite. So essentially there's two kind of rules. So the first one I see here is perbromic acid. So ic goes from 8. So perbromate, remember, is the upper number of oxygen. So this is BrO4, -1. Okay. And then we want that added with a hydrogen. So the hydrogen here, remember, is +1, and so I don't ever write the things, so it's going to be HBrO4. That would be perbromic acid. All right, perbromic. So if I have a -1 as my ion, I'm going to have 1 hydrogen donated. If I have a -2 as my ion, I'm going to have 2 that'll be donated. It'll be a diprotic acid is what it's called. Okay, so the next one, hypochlorous acid. Us goes from ite, so I need hypochlorite. Okay, hypochlorite, remember, is the very bottom one, so this is going to be ClO1, -1, and then I want a hydrogen in front. So these go away. So this is going to be HClO. Okay. And now I need hydrobromic. So this is going to be hydro plus ic. So it means it's just a binary. I need bromine and hydrogen. And so bromine is -1, hydrogen +1. Okay. So even though that this is a molecular compound, a molecular compound, you still do the formula like it were ionic. I know if that's confusing, but you're going to have, it's still going to go to 0. It's going, imagine that these make ions, even though hydrogen never makes an ion with a nonmetal. That's a molecule. And then the last one, sulfurous acid. Us goes from ite, so I need sulfite, which is SO3, -2. And then I need 2 +1s. Do you see? So what I was just mentioning, imagine these being ions so that you know how many of these to put. Right? They don't join ionically because this is not a metal. A metal acting with an anion would be ionic, but this is not acting as an ion. This is a molecule. This is a covalently bonded molecule. Acids are covalently bonded. But when you're figuring out how many hydrogens to do it, I just fake it and act like that they're ions, and they work perfectly. If you think of H as +1 and this is -2, then I'm going to need 2 H's to do it. So I kind of just leap for it in that case. And so I'm going to have H2SO3 as sulfurous acid.